Welcome Math 107 students to lesson number 23, Dividing Polynomials and Factor Theorem. We're looking today at the preview exercises in this video. So we're asking you to divide 787 by 11 without using a calculator. And we'd like you to stop your division when you get to the decimal point. And we'd like you to write your answer as the number, the quotient, plus the remainder divided by the divisor. So again, just for a little language help here, 11 here is what we refer to as the divisor. The number that you get as your answer is the quotient. And the number you're dividing, the 787, is what we call our dividend. So our dividend is being divided by 11. So let's go along and do that process now, at least the process most of us learned in school along the way. And I will try to do it the way it was probably typically taught, which is we were taught to say 11 into 78. Because 11 doesn't go into 7, so we go to the next place value and say 78. So we know that 11 goes into 78 7 times, and notice I'm putting the 7 directly above the 8. So it's 7 times 11 is 77. You do your subtraction, you get 1, and then you bring down your next digit. So 11 goes into 17 once, you get 11, and you have a remainder of 6. So we'd like you to write this as 71 with a remainder of 6 11ths. Okay, so again, I was doing the process as it was taught in school. Many of you may have learned a different process along the way, particularly if you grew up in another country. I'd be glad to help you out with making the translation between what you were taught and when we turn to the algebra in a few minutes. The other thing is that one of the things I want you to notice is place value. So this really is not the number 78, it's really 780. So when you put the 7 here, you're talking about 70 11s. See, because this number, when you write 70 times 11, it should say 770. We never really put that 0 in there. We're just taught to do it this way and bring down the next number. But that's really what's going on, and that's why it's critical that you write the 7 above the tens place, because this really represents 70 11s. Okay, without getting too much into what I think is wrong with that algorithm, the way it was taught to us, let's see how we would check our answer. With any division problem, so here's our answer, 71 and 6 11ths. We take our divisor and we multiply it by the quotient, so 11 times 71 is 781, and then we add our remainder. So that's 787. So we know that this division is correct. Okay. Now some of you learn this as changing a mixed number to an improper fraction, because this would be called an improper fraction, but that's how we check any division problem. So I want you to now see how this is related to the division of two polynomials, and we'll do that in the next video for the demo of class 23.